Hello, it's the second Sunday of the month and that means it's time for the Love of Vintage Stroke Shabby Chic collaboration hosted by Sam the Scottish Crafter. So this time I am going to go shabby chic, but I have also done half of my make. Now this is only because the first part took quite a long time. It's not to say that I won't do a video on it in the future, but to put that part plus the second part together, it would have been a really long video even if I had have put it on fast forward. So the first bit I've done is to make this basket. Now I've gone for this because I was asking my mum and my sister if there was anything they wanted to see so I could get some different ideas of things to do, and my mum suggested a basket because obviously we have Easter coming up and it is Mother's Day here in the UK this month, so that obviously covers both of those. And then I got to thinking that actually this would pretty much cover any occasion, and because of the way I'm designing it, it could be for anybody as well. Maybe not a chap, but it would cover, say, a birthday or maybe a christening or something for a bridesmaid. So it's quite versatile in that respect. It is really easy to make. Literally the only reason I did not record it is because it would have made the video as a whole too long, I feel. So I might, if you're interested, do this as a separate video and just show you how it's put together. If you are interested in that, please let me know in the comments below. I have used a studio light pad, so surprise surprise, and it is a 25 by 25 centimetre. It's 250 grams, so it's really more like cardstock, and it has the double-sided papers or card in here. And at the front it also has pieces to push out. I've used a few bits and pieces on other things. These are great for scrapbooking or cards obviously, or whatever you want to do with those. I'm not going to use those on this because I felt that that would be too similar to the card I made where I used the studio light pad and then used the bits from that to embellish it. I've just turned the camera to the side of me so you can see the bits and pieces that I'll be using. Most of the products, in fact if not all of them, are from Anna Marie Designs, and I will put a link to the website in the description box below. Yeah, so I've got an assortment of things. I've got the natural products and stamens, I've got pearls and these berries, so they're like blackberries. I've got strings of pearls, I've got the cheesecloth, I've got some satin flowers. So yeah, there's a whole mixture there of floral bits and pieces and shabby chic bits. Now I'm going to put the arrangement together. So I've just taken a bit of craft card. Now it could be any piece of card because it really doesn't matter because you're not going to see it, and I have cut a very rough, and I mean very very rough circle. And I have to say before I start that this idea of how to put the arrangement together is not mine. I learnt it from Anna Marie. So she does actually have a YouTube channel, so you can go and have a look at that video and see how to put it together, but yeah, I'm not claiming this as my own. Then I'm going to put some cheesecloth down. I'm using pin flare glue. That is actually the same glue that Anna Marie uses. It is a brilliant glue, especially for 3D things. If you've never used it before, I definitely recommend it. One thing you do need to be aware of though is you need, when you store it, you need to squeeze a bit through the top and then screw the lid on because that will stop it drying out. I'm going to fast forward quite a bit of this. I've just put 3 blobs of the pin flare glue in the middle there, and the next thing I'm going to do is add some natural fibres. I'm going to use one of these cherry blossoms, or I might use more than one. There we go, I have my 3 cherry blossoms in the middle. And then I'm going to add some more bits and pieces, such as the stamens and, well, we'll see what else, we'll see where we go. The great thing is these come bundled up. Now you could use it as a bundle if you want, there's nothing to stop you doing that. But the idea is that you actually take them apart so you end up with more. And there we go, it's finished. I've just literally pushed the bits a bit further in so you can't see the white bits. I've also trimmed some, took some out and trimmed them down a bit. But yeah, it's basically the same arrangement that I had. And like I said, I'm going to stick that on the side with some wet glue. There it is, it's now stuck to the side of my basket. So I could do exactly the same the other side, or I can do something slightly different. Okay, so I probably should have done this before I put the flower arrangement on, but I have decided to add some feet to my basket, and I'm going to do that with some of the pearls. They look about even. Right, stop fiddling with them now. Stop now. Right, so I've added my feet onto my basket. I will let those dry. Right, I think that I'm going to put this butterfly on. It's a wooden piece, but it's covered in material. And I think I might put that on the handle just above the flower arrangement. I'll just put that on with some wet glue. I will leave that to dry. Next, I'm going to work with this string of pearls. Now, it might look white on the screen, it is actually a very pale pink. So all I've done is cut the end bead off there, so that I've got a empty wire piece, if you like, at the end, and then I'm just going to run it around the edge of the basket and tuck it in again at that point with the other end, obviously, if you get what I mean. I have had an idea midway through. What I've done is cut myself another circle because I've decided to put an arrangement on the other side because I think I can use that then to hold up the beads. But I am going to do this one slightly differently. So I stuck that down. I cut that bit because basically I was faffing about with it for ages. So next I need to decide what flowers and bits and pieces I'm going to put on. And I think this time I might add a little bit of the natural moss. Again, just faffing, so there it is finished. Also, I want to think about adding this, which is obviously quite a bit taller than anything else, so I will need to cut it down. Done. So I've gone back to the cherry blossoms. thing is, when you first start to put these together, they kind of look a bit of a mess, and you think, oh no, that's not going to work at all. But once you get more of the bits and pieces on, the better they look. So after a bit more faffing, I'm happy with that. So I just need to stick it to the side of my basket. Cut my pearls so I've got the wire at the end. A bit of wet glue on there and stick that down. Just hold it for a bit so it grabs. I finally got it to go in there. You see it's just draping around the edge, so it doesn't go straight around the edge, it's more like it's hanging naturally. And then I just need to do the same to the other side. So I've added the pearls both sides. I said a few choice words because the other side was really fiddly, and yeah, they weren't very ladylike, so I'm not going to let you hear those. Yep, so I finished that one with the little wheat sheath, just adding to the height on that side. I've obviously got the feet underneath and the pearls all the way around, and then we've got that other arrangement on the other side with the wooden butterfly, and I'm calling that finished. I've just added some stills to the end so you can get a good look at it, and wanted to thank you for watching. Cheerio!